Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J live from the den. Legacy Internet Radio. It's time for us to get through our rants. It's time for us to get through our closings. And as we do every single week, we always get our guests and our special invited friends to lead off the rants and closings. Big bro Joe, you up first, my brother.
I'm going to put this out here because you know what? You know, even when you go to a church, if you've been there more than once, you ain't no guest no more. Marcus J. So my feelings is a little bit hurt.
Yeah, let's remember.
Church. You been to my house?
Yeah.
And you go get your own shit.
You open up your fridge, bro.
I opened up his own fridge.
Man, he opened up the fridge. Hey, look. I figure if you've had a nap.
You just slept?
If you slept more than 5 minutes.
Go ahead.
You would be on guest status. So Big Bro Joe, you up, man.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Marcus J. I appreciate that. Hey, listen, folks. Hey, for me, it's a bittersweet moment, and I have to sit here, and I'm a sentimental cat. I'm a big, 290 pounds, 6 foot 3.5, sexy dude. But even with that, I have a heart. So what I want to say is, to all those families and brothers and sisters down in Charleston, white, black, speckled, pink, or green, my heart goes out to everybody in that community because you know what? We all suffer with you, and we all want to be there spiritually, not religiously, spiritually, to help you make it through. So for everything else we talked about tonight, hey, guess what? I had a lovely time sitting here with my sister Charisma, the author, Miss Charisma. And, you know, it's always great to be with my boy Jay Grizzy. Yo, he feels my pain. Both of us looking dapper as hell tonight. Yo, I love that combo, son. I'm about to steal that tie. You know, Marcus is a little wrinkly, but, you know, he gonna be all right, too. Marcus J, love you, bro. But, like I said, going back to that, the only thing I can sit here and say is, folks, pay attention to what we got going on. Pay attention to the young man who took innocent lives. The new faces that we have of terrorism, it's not us. It's not us. It's not the black folks that everybody wants to sit there and worry about. It's those undecisive, clueless white kids who have not the home training to understand. And the segment that we had earlier today when we sit there and talked about the fact that racism will die shortly. Hey, folks, I didn't never get on that, but I had to tell you now that it won't die because we will always have those folks who have those mentalities that they are better than everybody else in our society. So make sure you understand that you love one another and take care of each other. All kids will play with each other until taught differently. White, yellow, speckled, pink, or green. There it is. LB?
Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J live from the den. Legacy Internet Radio. It's time to keep it moving through our rants, through our closings, our special guest, our brother Jay Grizzy. It's time for you to let us know you about to wild out.
Nah, not even coming close, bro.
Well, your song is playing.
I'm following in the lines of Big Brother Joe tonight.
Well, your song's playing. So what you got?
Oh man, that is crazy. I like to use the word in my rant tonight, cyclical, and I like to use the 50-year cyclical pattern that this country has had when it comes to race relations. The country was founded in 1776, 1786, when the Constitution was signed or whatever, and we were 3/5 of a human being. You fast forward 50 years from there, and you had a debate about slavery and states' rights. After that, you go 50 years, you had Jim Crow segregation. After that, you had 50 years, you had civil rights. 50 years from civil rights, we're still having the same conversation that this country has had from its inception. And for folks who are supposed to be the intelligent ones, the leaders, the political, the social, the community leaders of this country, no matter what racial background you come from, you have to pay attention to that history and why is it repeating itself and what we can do to make sure that the next 50 years or my children's children or, you know, your children's children will be living in this world. What kind of world do we want to live from them? Joe said it in his rant that kids don't know the difference. You know, I just had a niece born into this world a couple weeks ago, and I don't want my niece to be having conversations like this with white people, red people, black people. We all one human family. And one thing I would like to say as I wrap this up is that I noticed that maybe because we all a family here at Legacy, and I know you folks, but I always hear the people, the colored people of the world, always talking about humanity. I rarely hear from the non-ethnics of the world about how we are a human family. We don't hear that many voices, so we like to hold you all accountable for some of the radical, terroristic theologies that you all have, as much as you all try to put that on the colored people of the world. That's Jay Grizzy's rant. I'm out. Appreciate you, Mark.
And you know how Steppin with Marcus J live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio, our sister, the dating pool diva. Diva, you up work? You up now? What you got?
I have a lot. It's a few things I want to highlight, like I have done in the past. I want everybody to support and come out to the Love Revolutions that we have quarterly or seasonally. We have the Autumn Love Revolution coming up the third Saturday in September. We just recently had our summer reunion, and it was a lot of fun. Marcus J was there, and he can attest to we had a ball there. We had some interesting discussion, and we have some things planned for the future, so we're really excited about that. Also, I want people, if you can, to support the Bittersweet project that I'm working on with my team. We're filming again this summer. We want to be able to complete, or at least get close to completion of the project like we were planning last year. And we need support. We need people to put the word out, to promote it. And if you can donate a few dollars, it'll help with production things that we need, equipment, food, you know, things that we need in order to produce a movie. It's not very easy. It's not cheap. You know, it's something that costs a lot of money if you want it to be successful. The link for that is gofundme.com/bittersweet series. Of course, I'll be back here for Diva Diaries every fourth Monday, 7 o'clock. I'm here. And I wanted, since we're talking so much about, you know, promoting black people, I want people to also check into a Black Richmond business directory that I created about a year ago. And, you know, I created it because I want people like myself that have small businesses to be able to flourish and to become bigger than what they are. And I haven't seen a lot of support with that. So I'm going to post it on my Facebook tonight. Author Charisma is my page, and I'm going to allow people to post free on this website where you can, you know, put an ad there, say what your business is, and get more exposure than you did before. So I'm hoping that people will do that. Also, if you want to visit my website, I have things on there as well about what I'm involved in, and that is freespiritenterprisesco.biz. Thank you for having me.
Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio. Thank y'all to everybody who has been listening to the show tonight. Special thank you to our listeners who checked in. Our brother K-Dub checked in the ATL. Our sister Priscilla in Jersey City checked in. Our sister Michelle K checked in the Tidewater area. Our brother Sid checked in, as well as our brother Jimmy checked in here in Virginia. So special thank you to every single person who listened to us on TuneIn. You've pulled out your smartphone, your tablet, your iPhone, your computer. You have pulled out the TuneIn application and searched Legacy Internet Radio. We thank you. We appreciate you listening. We thank you for sharing and letting other folks know that you are listening to the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio on Monday nights at 7 p.m. So thank you. Of course, continuing out throughout the week, Tuesdays and live in radio, Wednesdays, the Uptown Lounge featuring the Great Debate at 8. You've got Thursdays with All Throttle Radio on Thursday. Also, you have the listening party Fridays, the pregame, getting you ready for the weekend. Saturdays, conversations from your sisters with SY and Alyssa P. The Aaron Turner Show, the world famous Aaron Turner Show on Saturdays, as well as the Bob Marley and the Family Reggae Mix. And on Sundays, you've got Amplified Gospel, 24 hours of gospel music, taking you into Monday morning. Check out www.legacyinternetradio.com for more information on all of the shows, show times, and things of that sort. And of course, this show that you're listening to, you can listen to portions of the show on YouTube. So you can go into our fan page to find the links to that, and you will hear everything that you have heard tonight in its entirety replayed tonight immediately following this airing right now. As we do every single show, we always profile a missing and or exploited child. Tonight's show is no different. Our missing child tonight is Demaya Corbett. She's been missing since May 29, 2015 from right here in Henrico, Virginia. She's 14. She's a black female with brown hair and brown eyes. She stands 5'4", 111 pounds. Last seen on May 29th, 2015, wearing a pink sweatshirt, jeans, and dark rim glasses. If you have seen Demaya Corbett, please contact the National Center for Missing and or Exploited Children on their website, missingkids.com, or contact them by phone at 1-800-THE-LOST, 1-800-843-5678. Or you can call the Henrico County Police Department. That's a local suburb of us here in Richmond, Virginia, 804-502-5000. And let me just say this. Big Bro Joe and I were talking about this before we went live at 7 p.m. tonight. This young lady, Demaya Corbett, is missing from the metro Richmond, Virginia area, Henrico County. If you're listening to us in Richmond, Virginia, you know Henrico is Richmond. That's, it's another piece of Richmond. And I did not know that this young lady was missing until I went looking for a missing child. I should not go looking for a missing child. Missing children should be presented to me. I should have seen this on the local news. I should have seen this online. I should have seen this in social media. I should have seen this in our newspaper. So that is a huge problem. And so keep your eyes open for Demaya Corbett and other missing children here in the metro Richmond, Virginia area and beyond. They know how Steppin with Marcus J. So it's time for me to get through my rant and my closing as we close out the show tonight. And I'll be very, very brief. I know I say that every week, but this week I'm going to be true to my word. Examples of institutional bigotry that I've seen in the last few days. Refusal to use the word terrorist or thug when referring to the shooter in Charleston or any other mass shooter at schools, movie theaters, or houses of worship. Judges and citizens calling for the sympathy of the family of the shooter. Bringing up unrelated incidents like Trayvon Martin or Michael Brown. Attacking the President of the United States for connecting the incident to gun control. Calling on Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and others as race baiters for speaking about incidents of discrimination. Police brutality and other racially charged incidents. GoFundMe accounts and Facebook pages popping up in support of the shooters. Refusal to admit that the shooting was racially motivated. We need to talk about this, folks. We need to continue talking about this because burying our heads in the sand and expecting racism and bigotry and negativity and violence to go away on its own is foolhardy. And if we expect these things to go away on its own, we're going to be left having the same conversation week after week after week after week. As my brother K-Dub always tells me, you need to create the world we live in. That's something that we all need to live by. If you're a black person, check the brothers that's out in the streets sagging their pants, using the N-word gratuitously, as if there's nothing wrong with it. It's not a term of endearment. If you're a white person, and you got a friend that drops the N-bomb, or if you got a friend who speaks in negative rhetoric. Check him. Because I know if the friends of Dylan Roth had checked him, it's very possible that the world would have 9 more souls living on it instead of 9 more angels floating above it. We need to all be more vigilant. We need to all take care of each other. And we need to all remember that we are the ones that are the stewards of our lives. And if we are not the ones who take care of each other, there's no one else to do it. That's the Marcus's unrelated rant that tonight had everything to do with what we were talking about tonight. It's the end of the show. I want to remind everybody that independence is key to building your legacy. I also want to say peace to all the stars and all of the squares. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty, y'all. Those are the words of Bob Marley, who you do, in fact, hear singing in the background. Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J will air in its entirety immediately following this show right now tonight. Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. We will be back right here live next week. Peace.